Hello everyone and welcome back to The Sims for the Greene Family Legacy, and we are at the library today. So Devin has brought their two girls. There is little Amber, and Fern is actually upstairs training her void critter at the new little void critter station that they have up in the kids room. But Devin has brought the two girls to the library as part of their summer vacations. Yesterday was actually the day when Devin had her epiphany that she needed to become more frugal. She needed to figure out how to manage the household funds, and she was really feeling sort of stressed at trying to figure out how she's going to do that. So she has come over to the library. She's going to be doing a little bit of research, trying to come up with ways that maybe she can craft things at home or learn how to have money saving techniques. And we're going to say this is where she's going to get the idea for growing her own food. She could even be talking to the librarian here, Tyla, about maybe growing her own food in her backyard. And she might go, oh yeah, we have a garden. They actually have an amazing garden that they could be making tons of money off of if Devin just realized that there was something there and that she should take care of it. So part one of that plan is going to be coming to the library with Devin and having her sort of look through all of these suggestions on ways that she can become more frugal and cut back the bills, and see that gardening and growing things to sell from home are suggestions, and that might kind of start the thought process. And then we're also going to come over here and we're going to have her coincidentally see this book that was left on the librarian's desk to be put away. Oh, cool. Look at those little books back there. I didn't know those existed. They have locks on them. That's adorable. But this is the little librarian's desk area, and we're going to send Devin over here to find this little book on gardening how-tos. This is actually Gardening Volume 1, Water, Light, and Dirt, from a Wacky Daniel. Learning to plant stuff? Why? Because I'm wacky is the description on that book. So I don't think Devin would normally pick it up, but she'd just kind of pick it up to see. She's a snob, remember? So it's really hard for her to dabble in things that she doesn't feel like she could be an expert at. And she's going to start dabbling, though, because we're going to have Tate come over and he's going to mentor her in the gardening skill and help teach her that their garden actually has those pristine grapes that are worth so much money if she would just start harvesting them. So that's going to be phase one of trying to make the Greene family not completely broke plan. And then we're also here because the girls are going to be doing some research, or more specifically, Amber is about to go upstairs and do some research at a really cool little display that they have actually set up here in the library for now. And here's the display they have prepared. Isn't it awesome? I'm so in love with it. It is a Frog Lovers Club display. So the library has recently sponsored a little Frog Lovers Club, and they've got all of these such cute things. Oh my gosh, I love this. I downloaded these things from Tumblr ages ago. I wonder, let me see if I can go ahead and figure out who made these things. The Save the Frogs. No, come here. Oh, they didn't put their stuff in the description. Oh, I think it was Bonnie. Was it Bonnie who made this life cycle of the frog? I mean, it's so much cute stuff, and I found it on Tumblr. Darn! And yeah, oh, and focusing on creepy crawlies. Was it Budgie? I don't think it was Budgie. But yeah, basically right now it is Frog Month. So Frog Lovers Month. And the girls can come and they can figure out about joining the Frog Club. And I'm going to say being here at the library is where Amber is going to learn about all of the different types of frogs that there are. And that way she's going to learn how to breed up the frogs that they're missing for the frog collection. And really, Fern is still focused on breeding frogs so they can make money for more void critters. But Amber is going to be introduced to this plaque right there. And I think it's going to really, really appeal to her. The idea of having a complete collection is going to get under her skin. So I think she wants to go through and she wants to breed all of the different types of frogs, specifically because she just likes that sense of completion. And she's not really so much into the frogs. She's more going to do all the research part of it, and her sister is going to do the frog food and feeding and caretaking of the frog part. But I just love this little display. So it's going to be really fun. I'm going to have her come up, maybe come view this, and then she wants to go talk to her sister. She wants to cloud gaze with her sister. That's so cute. And I absolutely love this library. Look at this. There's all sorts of little book stands. There's just so many cute things. There's actually a few books that are inside of the bookshelves, which is that's a big help. I put down a ton of books too to try to make sure, I put down a whole bunch of books at random to try to make sure that our Sims would interact with them. There's even a little book club, or a book lover sign. And then over here is a little little puppet club for storytelling, and they have little scripts the kids can read at the puppet theater, and then they can come and they can get the book that's currently being read. Looks like it's a spooky book right now. They can get a copy of the book that's currently being read if they want to check something out from the library. So I really love that. And the library itself. Okay, let me show you guys who made it, because I think it's absolutely awesome. It's called the New Crest Library, and I just found it on the gallery and smacked it down, and then I filled it with my usual thing, because you can see I put in some little frog things. I added in the customized frog bits for the frog club. I put in the theater, but I just think it's adorable, and it's the perfect place for the Greene family to come and kind of gather some ideas. So it's the New Crest Public Library, and here is the creator, Tsukiyono Miyu. And this is the creator that you can come to, and you can type their name into the origin search, and then you can come over and find all sorts of their amazing creations. Highly recommend this library. It's really, really adorable. I put it down in New Crest, and we're hardly ever in New Crest. Oh, but it's just going to be so fun. So we'll probably change it up every now and then, and our Sims can come and join different clubs. I think a frog lovers club would be really good for the kids to join. So I think we might actually make Amber the one in charge of that. But ironically, even though she's in charge of the frog lovers club, she doesn't actually like frogs. I think that's going to be the ironic thing. She has her sister handle all of that. All right, meanwhile, I'm gonna let Devin go ahead and chat with the librarian for a minute about fine art. Ooh, I bet she found another snob that she can chit chat about, discuss favorite authors. She probably would love that. I think isn't she a bookworm? Yeah, she is a bookworm, so I could imagine her getting along really well with the librarian, and she's probably missing her dyed hair. She did used to have her hair dyed purple on the fringe. All right. And here's Amber. So Amber is discovering the Frog Lover Club. I think she's going to be getting some ideas. And then we can have her come over here and view the surfer frog. So I think, yeah, there you go, Amber. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's actually so ridiculously cute. And I think that Amber would go ahead and become a member of that club. It's probably mostly kids. Ah, she's adorable. Just her sister is going to be the one in charge. She's just intellectually interested in the frogs. There you go. There's a surfer leaf frog in the terrarium. All right, and somebody is done leveling up her void critter. Did she level him up? So she was over here training her Medusio, I thought. And it's still just power level 1, so I'm not sure how the power levels work. She must have lost. But you can apparently train up the power levels to level 10 to make an even stronger card. So that's pretty interesting. All right, let's go ahead and enthuse about the outdoors. Hey, come back here. Enthuse about the outdoors to your sister. Then they might go outside and talk about frogs and maybe even collect frogs. I think Amber might give it one try and be like, oh, they're slimy and gross. I don't want to. The fishing guide getting hooked. Devin, that's real. No, the librarian. She managed to get her hands on the book before we got it. Ah, all right. Is it over here? It's over here. Thank goodness. All right. We're going to have Devin go ahead and just start reading that gardening book and get an idea for how to do some gardening. She has a little bit of herbalism and quite a bit of wellness. And I think the herbalism, the wellness, and the gardening will come together when she wants to open up her little shop and sell things. But mostly she also wants to teach yoga moves. All right, so we'll leave her alone to do that. The kids are feeling really confident because they did their homework before coming to the library because their mom made them. All right, so now they're pretty happy. Play with the monster under the bed. We need a good relationship with it first. All right, and then what does Amber want to do? She still wants to cloud gaze with her sister. So let's go ahead and make that club. We're going to go ahead and make the frog lovers. The junior frog lovers? Let's do the junior frog lovers. Or how about the Ribbit Society? There we go. The Ribbit Society. A group dedicated to the love of and education, the love of frogs. Monthly meetings to swap species and go frog hunting. Make sure to bring your water boots. There we go. And somehow Amber has become in charge of this, but she basically wants everybody else to catch the frogs for her. And we'll go ahead and we'll add her sister into the club. There we go. And the club requirements, any admission. I don't think there really has to be any requirements to join, but the club activities are going to mostly focus on looking for frogs. Looking for frogs and maybe, maybe fishing, playing in the park fountain, tending garden. I don't really think any of those. I think it would be that. And then let's see. Using the science table, playing in the closet, doing homework, battling with void critters, playing on playground equipment. I think it would be like be friendly to everyone. And then you're just not allowed, let's see, not allowed to, really, that's about it. I think that's just going to be about it. We're not really going to have too many club activities that restrict it. Just the main point of getting together is to go looking for frogs. So maybe Amber and Fern are the only 2 members, and they can eventually add in more of their friends. Maybe we should restrict it to kids for now, just so that I don't have a bunch of random adults like joining. All right, what about other kids? See, we could bring in, they could bring Belle in to come and look for frogs. I think Belle might have a knack for looking for frogs, and they don't really have any kind of relationship with their cousin, so that might be a nice little thing to do. So the Ribbit Society. Michelle, I wonder if he'd join. I'm not sure. We might just like pick some kids at random, like roll a dice and just like include a bunch of kids. But for now, it'll just be these 2. So the Ribbit Society, and then once they have some club points, can they get a boost for like looking for frogs? They should have like a frog perk. That's what they need. And we need to pick a little symbol for it. There we go. The Ribbit Society. And I think it'll be restricted to kids just for now, because this is like a casual thing that Amber just set up together. All right, start a gathering right here. And we're going to go send the girls outside so they can look for frogs. But by bringing them to the library and having them spend a little bit of time researching frogs, and I'll do that again by having Amber like look for frogs. I'll have Amber study chess and like build her logic, and we'll say that she's thinking about and reading about the different ways that frogs can be bred and the different species of frog, and she's learning that what they really want, the girls actually have one of the rarest frogs. In fact, we should probably breed them again. They have one of the rarest frogs, the sun surfer frog, and that's actually worth 125 simoleons, which happens to be the number of simoleons that they need in order to buy a 5-pack of the void critters. So each one of these frogs is worth a 5-pack, and that's pretty darn useful. All right, and we're going to go ahead and breed the sun surfers together. Now we have 5 sun surfers, so we can sell 3 of them and buy like 3 packs, which is basically their goal. In fact, I think the Ribbit Society is going to be oriented around, I can't edit it while it's like active. No, I can't edit it. Only club leaders. Oh, I need to be the club leader. Okay, come here. I think the Ribbit Society is going to be focused on frogs and then also battling void critters. Because that's the whole reason the girls are trying to gather up frogs. There we go. All right, and they're going to come out here and do that. But as I was saying, the girls have done some research, and they've learned that the sun surfer frog is actually one of the rarest frogs you can get. And we're going to say that Amber has learned about the rarest of the rare frogs, and she does want to have access to that frog, and that is the whirly flower frog. And to get a whirly flower frog, you have to breed a sunflower and a whirl frog together. And she also wants to get the completion. So she wants to manage to pull off this club activity where they have all of the frogs caught. And then her sister has learned about the bullseye frog. And we've actually had the bullseye frog once or twice in the past, I think. I think it's actually in our list of caught frogs. Where are our frogs? There's our frogs. But I'm pretty sure there's tiger, surfer, sunflower, striped, sun surfer, striped leaf, dirt surfer, hypno, spotted eggplant, spotted leaf. Apparently we don't have it. All right. Well, we're after the bullseye frog for Fern. So Amber wants the whirly flower frog, which is a sunflower and whirl. And then Amber wants the whirly flower, yeah. And Fern wants the heart and the whirl mix, which produces a bullseye. I actually only wrote a couple of them down because I figure the girls have to mostly find them all on their own. All right, what do you think? What do you think, little Ribbit Society girl? She found a brand new frog. You lucky duck. Did you really? It's a hypno frog. Cool. And I think she would immediately give it to her sister because she's like, eh. And then she'd even go wash her hands. I think she really would. I think then she'd be off to wash her hands. Well, actually, we'll have her cloud gaze with her sister now because she's feeling super confident. All right. And we found an eggplant frog. Well, not the most exciting thing in the world, but we could totally handle that. Oh, and when you're nice to each other. I forgot about that. We made it so when they're nice to each other, then they're happy. That's adorable. Talk about toys. Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk about toys, and then we'll have them go ahead and become best friends forever. Oh, they're already that close. I'm so happy. All right, so we'll let them interact. How's their mom doing? I think Devin is surprisingly engaged in what she's working on. She's kind of reading up on all of the little details about what it would take to garden in the Greene Family Legacy, like, main garden. What do you think, Devin? You're starting to get there. She's pretty focused right now. She would have put the book down by now. I think she really does just act like a snob with things that she's not skilled in, and she puts it down if she feels like she's not very good at something. And that's why she's kind of ignored the gardening. But she's beginning to realize maybe she wants to start studying about this. Maybe she wants to get a little bit better. It could help the family, and it would use resources they already have. And that's what being frugal is all about. So she's kind of had to come at this a little bit sideways at feeling comfortable enough to think about starting to garden. All right, how are these two doing? What? The librarian has joined the conversation. That's not what we wanted. All right, come on, you two. Do a little bit of cloud gazing. It'll be really cute. All right, complain about parents. Asked to, wait, there it was. Asked to cloud gaze. There we go. And then hopefully we can get that taken care of. And meet someone new. I think they want to meet some other kids. Are there other kids nearby? That's Grandma. No kids over here. There's some crystals, so they could dig over here. I do think that Amber likes the crystal stuff. No kids over here, but they could sell their void critters. And I think Amber also wants to get, like, the full collection of void critters. Oh, look at them. Ladies. You guys are so cute. Oh, and see this? Collect a new frog. So she is starting to get into a bit of a collecting mode. I think when she grows up, she's actually going to be quite the little collector person. Like, she just gets caught up in wanting to collect things. And then I also switched Amber to the whiz kid aspiration because I realized it fit her a lot better than the rambunctious scamp. And so she wants to play some games of chess. She wants to read with an adult for a couple hours. So she might have her mom read to her later. All right. And then somebody wants to become friendly with her mom. And Devin somehow worked her way over here. What? And there's like a book. Read Sandy. Oh, wow. There's like a whole book, a customized book that you can read. Interesting. So Devin has put away. Does she have it in her inventory? Nope. Devin has put away that book. So I wonder what she thinks about gardening and the gardening skill. She put it away into the void. Oh, wait. There it is. So I wonder if that means she's done. You go ahead and read a little bit more. I'm going to make you have to kind of work for it because you're supposed to finish reading a book, woman. All right. And then we'll send the girls over to focus on their void critters for a minute. I know you guys are so happy. Eggplant frog. So we'll go ahead and we'll sell 1, 2, 3 frogs. So that means we'll buy three of the booster packs for the kids. And we'll let the club leader open them because I have a feeling that Fern wouldn't mind her sister opening them because her sister says she's the club leader. All right, so we'll order 1. And then we'll order 2. And 3 of the packs. Perfect! All right, that worked out great. So now we know we didn't dip into their parents' funds. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Oh, geez. Oh, golly. I didn't realize that would be that many cards. I should have just, you know what? We're just going to, they don't react to it. So we're just going to open them. All right. Open booster pack. Open booster pack. I think this one's Amber's favorite. The Campos. That is definitely Amber's favorite. So I think she'd be super excited about that. And we're just going to open up all of these. All right. We got a Meduso. Another Meduso. We have a lot of cards we can... Oh, a Nimbus! We have a lot of cards we can start trading. Another Yorier. The girls aren't very big on Yorier. A Wiccan. Pretty cool. And then we got another Yorier. And then another new one. I think that's another one of Amber's favorites. She likes the ones that look kind of like seahorses and air sort of creatures. Another warrior, which the girls aren't really that big on. Oh, this is Amber's ultimate favorite though. The bird one. Totally her ultimate favorite. So we'll give that to her. And then this guy's pretty cool. I wonder if her sister... I have a feeling Fern would want to keep the dragony looking one. Another warrior. And then we've got, let's see, another one of the nose guys. Another one of those big nose guys. Ooh, and a canis. Oh, I have a feeling. Okay, how's the canis look? He's a rare fire one. And then we've got a rare wind one. So I think that Amber would be kind of hurt if Fern kept both of the rare ones. So she'll give her sister the dragon one. There we go. So the girls have worked it out. They've been working on their void critters a little bit. They're having a pleasant conversation. Look how close they've become over this like summer vacation they've gone on together. It's just amazing. And I'm actually going to send her over here to rummage around for... No, not Amber. Amber's going to come over to dig for crystals because I think that she's actually into collecting things. And we're going to send Fern over here, and she's going to look for some discarded toys. Little does their mom know what the girls are really up to. I don't think there's any frogs to be had over here. I'm pretty sure there's no froglets. Nope, 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 nope. There's hardly even any plants. There's just like a wild lily here and there. Yeah, no frogs to be snagged from over here, but it is very pretty. All right, and we'll go back over with the girls. They've really expanded their void critter pack. I kind of want to just really quickly check how many... Oh, look at that! They only have 6 void critters left. Wow. You guys are working so hard on this. I think they're very proud about themselves. They've spent most of their summer vacation rummaging around, working hard, working together. They even started their own club, which Amber's probably happy about because that means that they're nice and organized and tidy. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cute. I can't believe she did that. Okay, and don't you dare mold that clay. That clay can be so frustrating. Oh, she didn't find anything interesting. Phooey. All right, well, at least she tried, and the girls are feeling pretty good, and she's going to share her ideas on what to do. All right, become partners in crime. Oh, that's so cute. I love how they started their own club together. Share brilliant ideas. And then let's see how Devon's doing. And she's still reading the gardening book. I think she's going to stay here reading the gardening book next to this gentleman who's a librarian. He's reading about herbalism. I think she's going to stay here until she has her first skill in gardening. So we're going to stay here until then, and then we'll send the girls home. And I'm thinking about maybe sending them on like a proper camping trip, but I think we'll wait until Aspen grows up, and then we'll send them on a proper camping trip with their grandparents. But they've almost used up their entire summer vacation. So maybe when they get home later today, they'll invite over one of their friends and have a little void critter battle with their friends. All right, keep going, Devon. You have to stay here and learn from the library until then. And the kids are just really happy. Maybe we'll send them over to play chess together, which sounds really weird, but I think that they're more going to be like focusing on how to make their club good, how to breed up the frogs. Amber is going to be explaining to her sister what she learned about when she was reading the little frog pamphlets that are up here. I love it. I love how the library feels like a place they would come visit. Maybe the girls can even donate a frog that they could have their own little area. Maybe we need a museum. We need a cute little museum where the girls can like donate the frogs that they breed. That would be adorable. That'd probably be something they would do as teenagers, actually. Hey, weird lady. Oh my gosh, Devon just research gardening at the computer. That is so cool. I can't believe Devon got to level 2 that quickly. Oh, and now she wants to view the frog. So she might want to know what her kids are getting up to. I didn't know she already had the gardening skill. It must have just... Oh, it slipped in without me noticing. All right. Well, we're going to bring Devon over. What does she want to do? Buy a toy? Oh, because she's thinking about her family. We're going to bring Devon upstairs then real quick. And we're going to let her... Let's see. Research. More choices. Open web, research, gardening. We're going to let her research gardening on the web because that's totally something Devon would do since she's more hooked into like a modern life that way. And she's starting to get some brilliant ideas, which is very soothing, very, very fitting. And now these two are having a good time. Yeah, look at that. They're just thinking and they're coming up with ideas. So I think they're mostly just using this to pretend that there's like frogs they're pushing around. And Amber's explaining, so if we breed a heart frog to a whirl frog, we'll get this kind of frog. And she's just sort of leading the way with what she's researched. Amber! I don't see an alien. Oh gosh. And then Fern, meanwhile, is just in charge of keeping the frogs. Okay, we need the sun surfer again? Yeah. Fern is just in charge of breeding the frogs in the background so that the girls can... Yeah, she bred a new frog. So that the girls... I think that Fern has that look of like, I let my sister pretend to cheat on purpose. I think that Fern is in charge of breeding the frogs and Amber's in charge of all the math and like the organization behind it. Oh, and look at the cool sapphire piece she collected. I think she's gonna love that. We'll decorate her room with that. All right, and we'll even have the girls work on like leveling up their little void critters. So we'll see how that turns out. But that's going pretty good. And how is Devin doing? She's looking up some apparently gardening tips on the computer right now. And I think she's beginning to get some really good ideas about what is actually in the backyard and what she might actually be able to do with it. So there is a way to come up with frugal, resourceful alternatives to having their bills turned off. Oh, she's even thinking about money. See, she's thinking about how she could save money by gardening. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, well, we'll leave the family here and then we will catch up with them. Go away, Akeem. You're in the Joy Club because you have mood issues. And then we'll catch up with them when they're back home and the girls are spending their time probably playing void critters with their friends, and Devin invites over Tate so that she can have a little bit of time visiting with Grandpa Tate and hopefully being able to learn some gardening tips and advice from him and harvest the things in the garden so that we can pay the bills, because it's 7,000 simoleons and we need to pay it today or else all electricity is going to be turned off. The kids would be so mad if they invited their friends over to play void critters and electricity got turned off. So, all right, I love it. Good job, Devin. You're doing so good. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Oh, look at that. Oh, cool. Amber is really learning a lot of stuff. Wow.